It's Marco from Inspector Detector. Additional services are always good to have as a home inspector because you can generate more of an income. I've been a plumber for 32 years, so I do sewer scopes. I wouldn't go to the extent that you do what a plumber does. However, it is a nice service to give a client. I know that people charge anything from $250 to $400 for a sewer scope. I usually look at the age of the home. If it's got PVC, then I know it's going to be an easier scope, easier access. And then with that, I will charge for a brand new home. I charge $95. It's going to take me 15 minutes. When it's an older home, I'm going to charge in the $300, especially if you're running with cast iron. It's a good marketing thing with cast iron. Most cast iron got stopped being used in the 70s. Therefore, all houses that got cast iron now, those pipes are at the end of their life cycle. So it's always an easy one to sell, and 9 out of 10 times there are issues with cast iron piping. You don't need the most expensive equipment as a home inspector. There's units out there for $3,000-$4,000. These are the units I have. I basically have a small unit, they Sani-Space units, very reliable. I found the company backup is very good. There's a few reasons I have 3 units. This little unit is only $300. It's got a very nice clear picture. Downside is only records 2 minutes at the time. However, you can get an app where you can join the videos together. The nice thing with all these units, as you do the inspection, there is a microphone on the recording. So as you record, you can pull it out and do a discussion. You can take photos as well as you come along an issue. So this one is a thinner cable with a small camera. But the camera is not a self-leveling camera, so it does tend to turn upside down, but it's great if you're doing an inspection, say the kitchen sink isn't draining properly, or a bathroom sink. This is fantastic to get down the sink piping because it's much smaller. So this one is about $300. The next one up I use is about $700. The reason I use this one is that it's got a self-leveling camera. It's identical to this one, but this, if I send it further down the line, the camera will keep leveling itself, so the bottom of the pipe is always at the base. This is more of the monster one. It's about $1,300. You can get it for $1,800, where you get an indicator with it, basically with the small self-leveling camera. And this one, if you find a blockage somewhere in someone's front lawn, you can go with the indicator and it'll show you exactly where the blockage is. I don't use it. I am there to look at it and tell them to get a plumber, because I'd hate to say to the guy, your blockage is over here. He decides to fix it himself. He digs up the garden, he finds the sewer line, and it's not over there, and then he's going to blame you. So I just have it for myself because I'm a plumber, but I do not, as a home inspector, I never give them the location. The nice thing with this unit as well, it measures how many feet. These smaller units don't, but you will notice I have put paint and colorant on it so that I know whether I'm at 10, 20, 30, 40 feet, so I can give an estimate that it's at about 42 feet from the connector where I went into the sewer line. Now, as a home inspector, you only inspect main sewer lines. The only reason I have these other small ones is that I do sometimes branches as well. You can do the main sewer line with these. Like I said, you need this bigger one on longer lines and cast iron. This little one is a good one to begin with, to get your practice on it. Connections, with newer homes, there's always a vent under the sink. I always use the kitchen sink. You just take under the sink, there's a vent there, you take the vent off, you go in. Otherwise, you can open the access caps. Usually there's one in the garage or behind the laundry. Sometimes it's on the wall behind the toilet. You will normally see a PVC cap. Beware that often plumbers use self-tapping screws into the caps. Now you should write that up, because what happens, you'll find when you open it, those screws are totally rusted off. So make sure you have a couple of spare long screws. There's nothing worse than screwing it out, the tip breaks off, and now you can't put the cover back. So get at least a 3-inch stainless steel screw or any kind of steel screw to put back in there. You do have these, do me a favor, throw it in the trash can. You can't open it, you'll end up breaking your knuckles and hardly getting it open. It is nice for the flat side sometimes to get one you can't get open, but really this isn't worth the $7 you pay for it. Gloves, very important. Get yourself heavy duty gloves or leather gloves. You must remember a sewer line is full of bacteria. If you have a cut or a thing on your fingers, you get it in there. I had a friend that spent months in hospital because of a severe bacteria he picked up on a sewer line. I also do this where I take in light sewer PVC piping. This is not actually the product they use for the sewer lines. It's mainly for exterior drains and that. The reason I do this is sometimes I can't get into a line. Then I got my drill machine. I have a 25mm round drill. I then gently drill into the top of the sewer line to gain access, push my camera all the way down, pull it back up. I take some PVC glue, put it on the inside, and then this just clamps over the top of the pipe and seals it again. But beware, do know what you're doing. You can also get rubber clamps and cut the pipe out, but that's all additional work. But when you start cutting and working on things, beware that you're gonna own it. Best is to phone the homeowner and say, look, this is the problem I have. I will be drilling a hole into the pipe to get my camera in. I will repair it. Let the guy know and record it, or even better, I always communicate with my agents and clients or sellers via text. A text message doesn't have to be recorded. It's not he said, she said, it's in black and white, so that's recommended. Get some disinfectant sheets. That's always nice to keep your cable clean when you're pulling it back. You want to make sure of that. One thing I can tell you, if you really want to start doing some good marketing, especially with your agents, that you want to do sewer scopes even on a new, you use the smallest one over here, especially if they got a garbage disposal and the home is about 10 to 15 years old. I can literally guarantee you the line from the kitchen to the main sewer line is covered in grease, and there's nothing more spectacular than sticking this little thing down and the whole pipe is full of grease. The clients love you, the agents love you, and it's a very quick fix. They just need to get the line cleaned with a degreaser or a jet that cleans the line. It's really worth it, because all the grease from the dishwasher and the garbage disposal goes into that line. The best to open most caps is a gas ply. I will show you another tools I have. They're about $400. It is worth purchasing it, but it is an expensive thing. I've made myself a piece of wood with wheels on it that if I need to get into the crawl space to get my unit there, it's much easier pushing it than dragging it. I have some extra plumbing tape, some extra things that I use on the edge of the cameras. There's all different kinds of ones. Over time, you'll learn which ones work the best. I also, to protect my camera, put these red little balls on. They protect the face of the camera so you don't scratch the lens too much. Do get an elastic band so that you wrap it around the front and the back of the little ball. These tend to get hard, and then there's nothing worse than pulling it back and it gets stuck in the sewer line. Another thing, when you do put your camera down the line and you feel or you see especially a dark area, you do have a non-return flap which has been put in a lot of new homes, that if the main city line blocks, it's an anti-backflow. If you stick your camera through that flap, you're not going to be able to pull it back. So when you push, make sure you're looking. Never force the camera, because the possibility it's going to get stuck is good, and then you're going to be digging up the garden and you're going to be cussing me because you never should have done it. So be careful how you use your sewer scopes. I keep them nicely in a little pull-along van. I got myself some of these nice little things for each side of the camera. I put the camera inside there. I've got some little pillows to protect it. I close this up, and I can pull this in and out of the home easier to carry around, loaded on the back of my vehicle, and my unit is protected. It's protected from the sun and everything, and it's easier to handle. You do not want to damage these units. It can get expensive to have them repaired. This is a set that I bought from the Odd Shop. It's about $400. It is pricey. However, those difficult caps that you can't get off, it has all the adapters for using it. It's got small adapters, very big ones. It's got the straight horizontal one to open. So basically any sewer cap can be opened. It's nice because all you do is connect this onto the end. It clips onto the end of this, and this gives you better leverage to stick this in. So when you connect it, you've got more power to open something. Again, when something's tight, do not force it. Especially caps that are on cast iron, that are brass, you can heat them up and gently tap them. Over the years, if I get a cap on a cast iron drain, I do not open it. If you break that, you're in for a lot of financial expenses to get it fixed. I'm a home inspector when I do this. I'm not a plumber. Once you get that, then just put there, unable to gain access to the line, get a licensed plumber to investigate the interior of the cast iron sewer pipe and give them a refund on the payment they've made for the sewer scope.